Hello everyone and welcome back to another hardcore video. I've always wanted to get a totem of undying early on in this series. I want that extra protection ASAP, and also if I die via a raid farm, it's better to just get it out of the way sooner rather than later, right? So today we are going to be building a raid farm and also adding an extra tier to the castle. I placed over 10,000 blocks in this video alone, so I'd love if you would subscribe and maybe leave a little like. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the video. We have two dogs that are in the need of names, so let's name this one Maple and this one Bark. You all really came through with all of the tree themed names, so thank you for all of the name suggestions. I figured at the start of today's video we could start building this raid farm. If this is going to be how I end up dying in this world, let's just go ahead and get it over with now so that I don't waste a bunch of time building a castle that I'm not even going to be able to live in. But hopefully this will not end in our death, and instead we'll get lots of totems of undying. Also, I'm going the weirdest way ever. I found a pillager outpost that's in a plains biome and it's pretty flat around it, so I figured it'd be perfect for a raid farm. So that is where we are headed right now. Only like 2,000 blocks to go. We have arrived to the outpost, and as you can see over here, there's a bunch of flat land, so I think this will be a good place for a raid farm. I have never built a raid farm before. I practiced it in creative and then went over to survival just to make sure that I wouldn't die immediately, and I mean, it went pretty well. So if I don't make any mistakes, I think that we should survive this, I hope. There is a village over here, which isn't great for raid farms necessarily, but like I said, it worked really well in creative, so we're just gonna hope for the best, okay? I figured that building next to an outpost would be really convenient for us because we could kill the raid captains. What are they called? Pillager captains. And then they can give us ominous bottles. Anyways, I heard that you need lots of flat land, so we're going to kind of flatten this little circle here. Is that actually necessary? I don't know, but it sounds good to me, so we're doing it. I'll definitely leave this raid farm tutorial linked down below because I definitely have no idea what I'm doing. Also, my shovel broke, so yes, I am digging by hand. But if we dig a 5x5 hole and build up with some stone bricks, place some little slabs on top, and oh yeah, I need some lava. That's annoying. We'll place a sign, a bucket of lava, a water bucket on this corner, and then dig down here. Also, I'm doing this all by memory. I know I'm doing such a good job. We'll place a slab and then kind of dig out a little room here. Oh wait, I did it wrong. Dig out a room here. We'll place a composter, a sign, another bucket of water, a bed, and obviously it has to be pink. 2 chests and a hopper going into said chests. Place a boat in this exact spot. Place a cauldron and fill that cauldron with lava. Build a way up to the surface. Oh, sorry. Oops, that was not supposed to happen. Push a villager very gently into the water and then place this little trapdoor here. We have ourselves a working raid farm. It's really just that simple. Now, why did I not bring my ominous bottles with me whenever I plan on doing this thing? I have no idea, but we're gonna have to go get some from the pillager outpost. Hopefully this doesn't take forever. Oh, here's one. Yay. Again, I have practiced this a few times. Maybe that's cheating, but I've never done a raid farm before, and you expect me to do it for the first time in hardcore mode? Nope, we're doing it in just some random survival world first. So all we have to do is stand right here on the chest and drink the bottle. For the most part, this can be done pretty much completely AFK. The little pillagers and such will just die right here in the boat. And really, it's just as easy as that. The only tricky thing is if they get stuck somewhere. And if you've done a raid before, you know that happens pretty often. This is wave number 2. Wave number 3. It sounds like we have ourselves a little Ravager just dying up there. Honestly, sounds just a little bit terrifying. I'm glad that I'm safe in here and not out there. This is the only case that we're ever going to have to do anything with the farm is whenever the witches come, because they heal themselves. So we have to do a little whack. That's wave 5 done with, and no one's gotten stuck yet. And look, we have our very first totem of undying. I'm so happy. And I am putting that immediately in my offhand, and it's not leaving until I accidentally pop it. This is going so smoothly, knock on wood, because we still have a little bit more to go. And we got another totem. I love just seeing that bar go down that fast. It is so satisfying. I think we're on wave 8 now. Honestly, I can't imagine doing this by myself for real. Is this the last one? I think it's over. We did it! Oh, I'm so happy. And we had no mishaps. No one even got stuck. And look how many totems we have. A total of 6. So let me just dump these flowers and take all of my totems. Look at me. I can't believe we did it. I'm so proud of myself, honestly. Just a cozy little gamer doing my little raid farm. Hopefully I won't like ever have to come back to the raid farm, and this will be enough totems for the duration of this world. I guess we'll just find out, but I'm gonna go ahead and head back home with my goodies. We are back home sweet home, and I feel like a real hardcore Minecraft player with my little totem in my offhand. But I want to get on to some castle projects, so I went ahead and gathered a bunch of materials. We'll start off by grabbing some stone, a little bit of moss, and then also a little bit of cherry wood. Now that we have this totem, I definitely think that I'm going to be fighting the dragon soon, because I need shulker boxes. It would make building so much easier for me. But anyways, I did some mapping in creative, so I need to get to the right coordinate for the middle of this left tower. We need to get to 30, 25, and then 362, so this block. From here, we are building up to Y127. And I guess since we're way up here, let's go ahead and get this tower in. I am a little bit rusty. It's been a second since I've built these towers, but I think I've got it for the most part. I'm just using my other towers as a guide for me, and actually it's going pretty well. Ooh, I would love to hear if you've played hardcore Minecraft before and you've died in your world. Let me know how you died. I feel kind of invincible now that I have a totem, but I know that so many people die with totems. That being said, also let me know if you had a totem whenever you died. You know, just to give me a reality check so I know that I am not invincible. I do truly plan on playing this world until I die, so I'm just curious of when that's gonna happen, you know, because I don't think I'm going to be in this world for years or anything, but I guess we'll find out. With these stone walls in, that's finished for this top part. We just need to get the cherry wood in on this bottom part. Also, like, do I take my totem off whenever I'm stripping wood? Because I am in no danger right now of death just stripping these cherry logs. At least for the most part, you know? Danger is pretty low at the moment. So I feel like it's just more convenient to do this and then put the totem in my offhand whenever I'm done. I don't know the strats yet. Well, that is that first tower done. I do need to add lanterns. Oh yeah, and I guess like windows and stuff too. How did I completely forget about the windows? I didn't even bring any glass with me or any of the window supplies. We'll also need to hang up some of the little azalea bushes in the flower pots. But I mean, that's it other than the details. AKA, it's done for now. Yes, it would make so much more sense to like add the details as I go, but I'm just not going to do that right now. Anyways, let's find these coordinates for the right tower. And again, build up to Y127. I'm very curious to see how many builds we're going to be able to fit in this retaining wall. I do plan on curving it out, so we'll definitely be able to fit a couple of builds. I'm really thinking just mostly the shops and such. We probably won't have too many residential buildings just because we don't have the space for it. But we can always build the town kind of around the walls at the base of the walls. I don't honestly have too many plans right now. I'm just kind of winging things and seeing what happens. I'm starting to think that I didn't collect enough stone, because how do I only have one row left? I think that we will have to take many a break to go back and collect more stone. I need to get on with that beacon grind too. I just have so much stuff to do. Anyways, second tower time. Let me get this in and stop yapping away. And lastly, on to this middle tower, and then that will be our last tower of the day. This wall is about to be absolutely massive. Look at me, I'm so tiny. What am I doing? We have all 3 towers in, and now we're going to get the wall trim in. I know it's kind of a weird order, but I don't know, it just makes sense in my brain. That way, once I do get this trim in, I can have a guideline of where I need to be placing the wall. Clearly, we're just going to go for that same roof trim design that we did for this wall. I mentioned, of course, that I do want to fight the dragon soon so that we can get shulker boxes and also an elytra, but I kind of want to fight the wither soon too, because I would love to have a beacon so that we can have haste whenever I am collecting materials. It would be so cool too if we had a permanent beacon over there by the lumber yard so that we can just chop super quickly. And I have actually fought the beacon in hardcore mode before. It didn't go well, but I did kind of successfully do it. So I've got it. I can do it again, right? I just love that there's still so much to do in this world, and I'm just having honestly the best time with it. Alrighty, that is this left side of the roof trim in. I need to get the right side in, of course, but as you can clearly see here, now I know exactly where I need to place the wall. And the wall is going to be absolutely massive. Like, I just have no words. I've never built anything this big before, and I've never placed this many blocks. I'm going to be placing literally so many. And this wall will go all the way over to the mountain, and I feel like we're going to definitely be able to place a few builds, which is exciting. Wall trim part 2. And I'm kind of getting a flow, let me just say. I'm in my building flow. Building is so satisfying because I'm done with the wall trim and I feel so good about myself now. I just feel so accomplished whenever I complete build tasks. Probably why I like Minecraft so much. I'm just a tasking kind of person. I love myself a good task. Obviously, the next step from here is to bring the wall all the way to the ground, but this is how much stone I have left, which is just insane that I've already used so much. So that being said, I'm going to take a bit of a stone gathering break, get that totem back in my offhand. This cave behind my enchanting tower has been my stone gathering place. And see, wouldn't it be so nice to have a beacon so that I can mine so much faster? And I do need to get efficiency 5 as well, and also actually mine with my pickaxe. I was already down here earlier in the episode and I filled up an entire inventory full of stone, but I guess we're going to be filling up yet another inventory full of stone. So let's do this thing. Let's gather a bunch of stone. It's actually kind of cute how I thought one inventory full of stone was going to be enough for the whole wall. I ended up filling up about 5 inventories worth of stone. But anyways, getting onto this wall, I decided to start the bottom of the wall with a tiny bit of green wool. It doesn't make the biggest difference, but I still like it. Once I get a better source of bone meal, I love to go back in and add glow lichen to parts of the wall to help blend the gradient a little bit better. Also, sorry for doing most of this off camera. I just figured since you've already sat through me building the other wall, it wasn't necessary for you to sit through this one as well, so I hope you don't mind. I have finally finished building this wall, and it feels like I've been building it for the entirety of April, and I'm so glad that I'm finally done with it. I haven't decided if I want to add the pale oak bits. They're going to be about this size. Let me know, should I add them or should I just leave it how it is? I can finally go ahead and start getting the floor in here. And again, I'm just so excited to be working on something different other than just the wall. But I do think that we should probably remove all of these waterfalls because they're quite literally in the way. And no, I'm definitely not going to be building the entire village or even any builds today. But I do want to figure out some kind of staircase and pathway situation. I am tired of fighting for my life climbing up this mountain. It is so annoying. I believe we have one more waterfall. There were a total of 3. We're not doing anything fancy with filling this in. We're just going to be doing the same exact thing as we did up here. At this point in this project, I can finally see everything coming together and I will be able to plan out builds on this little area. I've been refraining from planning any builds because I want to be able to get in a flat spot to do so. But now it is build planning time and I'm so excited. Also, if I ever do a project this big without a beacon and shulker boxes, start yelling at me. Needless to say, this process has been a lot. Yes, I know that any castle project is going to be a lot of work anyways, but I just feel like I did myself dirty by not preparing better. And this is already taking so much longer than I thought I was going to fill in. It just goes to show you how much bigger this floor is than that floor up there. I have had to go so many times to the little stone getting area to collect stone, which is very annoying to have to stop in the middle of your project several times to just collect more materials. To be fair, this is just a giant project. I've never done anything this big ever in Minecraft. I think that there is actually a world in which I still don't have enough stone for this. And I just collected a full inventory of stone. That's so crazy. I'm completely out of stone and this is how much I have left to go. So quite a lot, but it's fine, really. Like, no, I'm totally fine. Don't worry about me. My pickaxe is breaking, but I'm fine. Truly, I'm doing swell. Back at it again. Remember when I said I was excited to fill in the floor? Well, I'm no longer excited. And that is the left part of the floor finished. I just have this entire right part to finish, which actually I think will be a little bit smaller maybe. This dirt section with all of the snow and the trees, I think that I'm just going to leave it because once we get built in here, I feel like it's going to cover this part. Maybe eventually I can come in here and terraform. I was thinking about adding a few custom trees around, but for the most part, I'm just going to leave it until I get some builds in and then we can kind of see how it's looking with everything together. I am so close to being done, but I'm out of stone again. I clearly just am a terrible judge of how many blocks I'm going to need for a build, and I don't feel like going all the way back down the mountain to get stone, so I'm just gonna get it right here. I am too close to being done for me to care less. Ah, wait, my pickaxe. Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice. That could have been so bad. I really don't want to break that. We're going to have enough stone. We are going to make it. I'm literally holding on for dear life with my broken pickaxe and just my like crazy builder's brain. I've been again working on this project for so long. Just this episode alone, I have been working on it for about 50 days, I think, if not longer. And I know I said that I wanted to figure out some kind of staircase situation, and trust me, I really want to, but I would have to heal my pickaxe, collect so much more stone, and actually plan the whole thing. And I just don't think I have it in me to do all of that, so I think I'm going to wrap up the episode right now. It feels like forever since we were back at our little raid farm collecting these totems. And also, I think this is going to be one of the shortest episodes yet, just because I did so much work off camera. Yeah, it's one of the episodes that took the longest. Make the math because it's not mathing. I hope that you have enjoyed getting to watch me build this castle wall, and I am very excited to continue on with castle projects, even though that I'm a little bit stir crazy from building the castle. It's gonna look so cool with builds actually on top of this little floor, though we probably will take a wee break and actually maybe like fight the dragon or something. I think that could be kind of cool. If you haven't already, then definitely be sure to like and subscribe. I hope that you all have a lovely, lovely day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye! Oh, it's nighttime. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. I'm gonna celebrate a little bit. No, I can do it. I'm a big girl. I can get rid of them. Definitely not getting distracted by this pig or anything. You know, just to give me a reality. You know, just to give me a reality check. I accidentally freaking, and that literally scared me so bad. I don't know how I thought I was falling through the world, but I truly thought I was about to meet my death there. Oh my goodness, I'm already out of stone. Okay. Cool. I'm literally not even counting as I go. I'm just like doing this based off vibes. What am I doing? Oh my god. I discovered something weird. So I have stone in my hand, obviously. Whenever I middle click, then I get stone bricks in my hand. Okay, let's put the stone back in my hand. Whenever I middle click here, I don't get the stone bricks. So I think this is infested stone bricks. Ooh, that one hurt a little bit. Oh, just kidding. Totally just kidding. Those were slabs. That makes so much sense. Didn't mean to press that. I wanted to take a moment to say a huge thank you to my channel members. Some of you may know my goal for 2025 is to be able to make YouTube a full-time gig for me. Even if I don't get to the point that this is my only job, I would love to have the ability to be able to do that. Anyways, I appreciate my channel members so much for helping that dream become a reality.